Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. I am happy to meet you again in this Arabic learning course. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome in your channel Learn with Bassam. This is the second lesson in this course in which we will talk about few general rules of writing and reading the Arabic letters. And we will discuss the first Arabic letter, the alif, in some details. As I've mentioned in the first introductory lesson, Arabic alphabet consists of 28 letters. Let's have a look at them. Here they are. Okay, don't panic. This picture shows you the Arabic letters starting from the alif in the upper right corner and ending with the letter ya in the lower left corner. I will lead you directly into solving the mystery of the Arabic script and learning how to read it and write it in the simplest way. You will become familiar with the shape and sound of each letter before moving on to the next one. Are you ready? Let's move on. Arabic is a cursive language, so when writing a letter or a word, do your best not to lift your pen. Start with the basic shape of the letter, and then place any additional dots or strokes. Pay attention to the writing line, and note which part of the letter belongs above or beneath the line. Usually, Arabic written letters slightly change their forms according to their position in a word. Here we have the initial position, which means the beginning of the word, then the medial position, and the final position. All letters can be joined to the letters preceding and the letters following them, except for 6 disjoined letters. These 6 letters refuse to join the letters which follow them. The letter dal here is one of these letters. Look how it's written in the initial, medial, and final positions. Let's have a look at this example. The letter Jim, which is the 5th letter in the alphabet, is a joined letter, so it doesn't mind to connect to the letters before or after it. Notice that the short form of the letter is used at the beginning of a word or when it falls between 2 joined letters. Now we start reading the first letter, the alif. This is the hero of this episode, so we'll discuss it in details in a few minutes. The second letter is ba, ba, and it's pronounced like b, just like the letter B in the English word boy. The third letter is ta, ta. It's pronounced like t, like in the letter T in the English word tell or toy. The fourth letter is tha, tha, and it's pronounced like th. It resembles the combination of th in English in the word thin, thin. Now the fifth letter is jim, jim. The sound of it is j, and it has an equivalent in English, like the word jump, for example. Now this letter, which is marked in red, has no equivalent in English, and it's ha, ha. We'll talk about it later in details. Also, this letter has no equivalent in English. It's pronounced kh, and its name is kha, kha. The sound is kh, kh, like in the word Khalid. It's a name. The next is dal, dal, Dal is pronounced as D or D, and its equivalent is, of course, the letter D in English, like in the word do. Now this letter is Dhal. Dhal. Also, it's pronounced like the, and its equivalent in English is the TH combination, just like in the word then. Then. This letter is Ra. Ra. The sound is R, and the equivalent, of course, is R in English, like in the word run. This letter is Zain. Zain. The sound is Z, and the equivalent is the letter Z in English, just like in the word zebra. Now this letter is Sin. Sin. The sound S. S. The equivalent is the letter S in English, just like in the word sound. The 13th letter is Sheen. Sheen. The sound is sh, and the equivalent, of course, is SH in English, just like in the word shell. Now this letter is called Sad. Sad. It has no equivalent in English. The 15th letter is Dad. Dad. And the sound is B, and it has no equivalent in English also. This letter is called Ta. Ta. The sound is Ta, and has no equivalent in English because it's marked in red, as you can see. This one looks like Ta, but it's pronounced as V, and the sound of it is V, and the name of it is Va. Va. Also, this letter has no equivalent in English. The name is Ain. Ain. The sound is A. A. And this one also has no equivalent in English. It has an equivalent in French, actually. The name is Rein. Rein. And the sound is R, like in the word, or the French word bonjour. R. Au revoir. R. Now this letter is Fa. It's called Fa. The sound is F. F. And the equivalent is the letter F in English, like in the word fly. This is Qaf. It's called Qaf. The sound is Q, and of course it has no equivalent in English. This letter is called Kaf. Kaf. The sound is K, and the equivalent is the letter K in English, like in the word killer, for example. This letter is called Lam. Lam. The sound is L, and the equivalent in English is the letter L, of course, like in the word land. The 24th letter is called Meme. Meme. The sound is M or M, and the equivalent is the letter M in English, like in the word mind. The 25th letter is Noon. It's called Noon. The sound is N, and the equivalent is the letter N in English, like in the word null or normal. This letter is called Ha. ha. And the sound is ha. The equivalent is the letter H in English, like the word heaven. Heaven. The 27th letter is called wow. Wow. And the equivalent is W, just like in the word wall in English. Wall. W. The last one is the letter ya. Ya. The sound is ya, and the equivalent is the letter Y in English in the word yellow. Yellow or young. The alif is the first letter of the Arabic alphabet. It is a disjoint letter. This means that it does not join the letter following it. However, it does join the letter preceding it, which is the letter to its right. The alif is written as a vertical stroke from top to bottom. It has only one form, and it rests on the writing line. Now let's watch the following clip. Now we will talk about writing the letter Alif and how it's pronounced. The letter Alif, as you know, is written just like an upright stick. So if you want to write it again here, to make it easier to understand, we start above the line and we go down to reach the line. See? Again. From above the line till we reach the line. Now what is this? This is a mark. Sometimes we use it with the letter Alif. It's called Hamza. It's called Hamza. Now Hamza comes sometimes over the Alif, above the Alif, and is pronounced A, and sometimes it comes below the Alif letter and it is pronounced as E. So the letter Alif has three forms, one without any Hamza or something, anything, and the other one is with a Hamza above it, and the third form is an Alif with an Hamza below it. As we said, Alif inside or in a word is pronounced as A, just like the letter A in the word fat. A, fat. This is A also, and this is A, and this is E. Now sometimes if the letter Alif doesn't have a Hamza under it, it's also pronounced as E, like in this word. Now Alif in this word is pronounced as E, and it's written Alif Sin Mim. It's pronounced Ism. It's pronounced as Ism. A, S, M, Alif Sin Mim. Ism, which means name or a name. Ism. Now this word here, it shows you the Alif in the middle of a word. So this Alif is in the middle of the word Bassam, which is my name. Bassam. Ba, B, Sin, you read it pronounce it S, and Alif, which is A, and the Mim, which we pronounce it as M. So it's Bassam. Okay. Now you notice that there is a stress here on the Seen. We didn't say Bassam, we said Bassam. Now what's the reason here? Because here we have a little mark called Shadda. Shadda here is a stress. So it's like a double letter. A double letter. So it says Bassam. Not Bassam. Bassam. Okay? Now, let's look at the last word here. Last word is Sama. Sama. Seen, S, Mim, M, Sam. Now Alif, A, Sama. This is the Hamza. Sama. Now Sama means sky. Sama means sky. Now as you can see, these are the forms of the Alif letter. Alif in the beginning of the word. Alif here is in the middle of the word. And here Alif is considered to be at the end of the word. So this Hamza is not considered to be a letter. It's a mark. Okay? It comes with few letters like the Waw and the Ya. Okay? Sometimes it comes like by itself here, Sama.
So that's it for this lesson. I wish you found this lesson useful and see you in the next lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa ila liqa. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments. Thank you.